5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so here's the stone. It's 20 by 40 by 6 inches. This is a piece of Egyptian limestone. It comes from Egypt. It has a bunch of tiny like fossils in it. And like every once in a while you'll see some type of like crustacean or something like that. So it's a pretty neat stone. It's on a house. There's a bunch of it on a house on Lake Minnetonka. Okay, so I'm about to cut it. It's on about 3/4 inch thick wood, so it's easy to set down with the straps on the crane. It also makes it easier to move it around with the crowbar to get it aligned straight. So that's what I'm gonna do now. There's grooves cut in the table, because when you put a full sheet of stone on here, you cut past a little bit to cut all the way through, and then you get some straight lines in the table, so you can reference that to line up an edge. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come up against this. I'm gonna measure off of it, I believe about 3.5 inches. I'm gonna slice it right here, roll this over. I'll take this leftover chunk off, put it back on the pallet I took it off originally. Once this rolls over, we'll make another cut down it so we get a square. And then after that, we can put the profile on it. We're either gonna angle the piece and then cut it, or we might put the milling wheel on the saw and mill the like prop up one side and then mill the angle on it. I haven't decided yet, so yeah. So right now I'm setting the limits for how far I want the saw to travel when it makes its cut. When it cuts it, I'm gonna tell it to step down each pass about a 1/4 inch is about a safe amount to cut. And then so when I bring it past, I wanna bring the arbor is what the blade is mounted on, that's the center of the saw. And I wanna bring the arbor just past the edge of this stone to be as efficient as possible. So I'm gonna set the limit for just about right here, and then I'll bring it back this way, set the limit for right here, and then I also need to set an up and down limit. So I'm gonna set a limit just below the wood, and then a limit just above the top of the stone if it'll let me travel up all the way. I don't know if this piece is gonna be too tall yet or not, but we will find that out. Okay, so this is the screen. The saw is called the Yukon. It's from way back in the day, maybe like early 2000s, late 90s. So this is the limit screen. So what I'm doing is I'm setting my toward limit at 128.8 inches is over here. And then when I send it back, I'll press set away, and then I can do the same thing for up and down. That's how I set my limits. So as I mentioned earlier, I wasn't 100% sure if we were gonna be able to clear the top of the workpiece, and it turns out we are not gonna be able to. So there's about an inch right there where the machine has reached its Z limit, and so it won't go up farther. So I'm gonna have to do the first pass manually, and then we'll do the rest semi-auto, taking a 1/4 inch each time. And then also I decided I'm gonna cut it differently. So because the obelisk comes up on our drawing, it's wider at the base and skinnier at the top, and so we need to get that angle in there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make one straight pass right here to get a fresh face on the side, and then I'm gonna move the blade over 3.5 inches or so, as I mentioned earlier, but then I'm gonna rotate the workpiece ever so slightly to the right, and then I'll manually I'll ride the blade back and forth and just make sure I get the right angle.